Hey, what's good, guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got something a little bit different. I did forget to say something.
Go for it.
They come with a shoe tree, the standard Air Jordan 11 annual shoe tree.
And it's red.
It is red, just like it was last time in 2012.
I thought they were purple.
They were purple.
Oh, right.
They coincide with whatever the accent color is.
That's true, because mine came with a gold.
Oh yeah,
that
you
was
have
the accent.
Yeah, you have the women's one. Those are
They're beautiful.
They're ugly. Great materials on those.
Yeah. I was thinking as you were talking about the first time you got to try these on, and you know how you always have to break them in so that they're truly comfortable. Do you think Corey did all the breaking in for you, and that's why you had that moment?
No, because that was the thing, is that they looked damn near brand new, and I was like, you haven't even worn these? Are you sure that you're gonna give these to me? And he was like, yeah, I don't really like Jordans. I bought them because
they were the thing.
Yeah, because back then, like, there was still hype around things, you know. And so, like, when you're in high school and you have your own money and you want to be cool or whatever, like, he bought the Jordan and he wears skate shoes and stuff. Well, now he just wears sandals. All the time, man, just sandals. And so it's just one of them things, like, he fell for the hype even back then, back in 95, you know, it's normal. Nothing to be like ashamed of. People just joke around about, at least I do. The hype beast thing, I think it's just funny. So I'm not ever being serious about it. Even back then, you know, people fell for the hype. I was legit hyped though. When he pulled them out of no box, anything. He just pulled them out from under his bed. Like, he was just like, these.
Did you look like the guy from Avatar?
Kinda, you know what I mean? And the funny thing is, though, is that I laced him right up, and then right then and there, it was like morphin time, dude. Like, I was like, let's go to a basketball court. He lived in Nevada. It was like 100 and something degrees out there. I'm from the Bay Area. I still was like, we needs to go to a basketball court right now. I felt so special.
You are special.
I am special. Thank you.
And thank you.
For what?
For not dragging out your story on how these disappeared.
Oh, because you made... So I kept those original Jordan 11s for years, all the way until I was living with her for like a long ass time. And they went with me from place to place. I didn't have much, but I had those. They were obliterated. They were my memory, and that's the type of person I am. Very nostalgic, clearly. Yeah, and then one year, our daughter was born, and she was just like, yo, when are you getting rid of these dirty ass things? And I was just like...
If they had a hole in them when you were in high school, just imagine.
They were nasty, dude.
They looked like they had a sunburn, and everything was just coming off.
They were my originals, though. It was my very first Jordan, so I did get rid of them. I eventually got an original pair back, and then we were young, we were broke, we had kids, or we had a kid. I was working 2 jobs, all that stuff, so like I was sitting on shoes that I was just like, I might as well just get rid of these things, help the family out. So that's what I did. Everybody that's into sneakers, at least for a long while, has gone through the same of going through the cycle and being like, well, and it's just kind of like what it is. But the whole retro movement or whatever that started back when I was in high school, to me it's the best thing ever, because again, I get to relive memories. That's the only reason why I'm into the retros, is because they trigger memories and things like that, whether it's a memory of me wanting something so badly and not being able to get it, or remembering having it and reliving those moments. Those are the main reasons why I love retro products. I know a lot of people have you buy the same shoe every year. That's cool, man. I'm not trying to, like, you do you know? Like, why are you worried about what other people are doing?
When did they stop doing retro cards?
I don't remember.
Because that was something when you were talking about that, I was like, wait a minute, I haven't seen a retro card in...
years.
Like, forever.
Yeah, in years. And I don't remember when they stopped. A lot of people don't care, but there is a lot of people that still do.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm old now, so I mean, things are foggy up there. But I sure as hell remember this season, man. 72-10. He played all 82 games, plus all the playoff games. No load management. I'm just saying.
Leave my guy alone.
The fun guy?
He's a fun guy.
I like that guy.
This might end up on the cutting room floor because I don't think we'll have time for all of it. Weren't in the pictures the tongue logos opposite of each other?
Yeah, but that was only on Stan's pair.
So did they give up like mess ups to the...
I don't know if they did it on purpose, but... But yeah, when
if you look at our article, the pictures,
it was the first thing I noticed, where like the shoe had 2 right tongues on it, and so I don't know if there was an error in that particular pair's manufacturing, but it was the first thing I noticed when I pulled these out of the box, where I was like, oh yeah, they're all regular. So
they like mirrored each other in the photos we have on WearTesters.
It was just weird.
The logo was backwards,
yeah,
or inside out or something.
Somebody put it on backwards.
Yeah. So Chris got these yesterday, and we've been busy since then, and now we're filming this. So I had never gotten my hands on them, but I had seen you fondling them, messing with them, enjoying them.
I'll take fondling.
So all I saw was how pliable it was. So I just automatically assumed it was a neoprene back end.
No, man, like this is just, like I said, this and the Clyde hardwood. I'm so tired of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to throw this shoe under the bus, you have
Your
to
shoe.
bring it out here. Yeah, I love these. We tried to put on that, but they were using synthetics and stuff. I would love to have had that little piece be leather, even though it's just a very tiny thing. But at least, like, again, it's leather, so it's got that luxurious feeling to it. All these shoes, that's not a good example. Some of those are like the KDs, the Dames, it's leather, but it's synthetic leather. What's it called? The Dawn issue ones.
You have a hard time with that name.
I know. It's because I want to call them the Just Dawns, and that's not what they're called.
No.
But all of those shoes, it's like if there is leather on it, it's not real leather like this. And then if there isn't leather on it, there's legit no leather on it. It's just all like a knit, textile, synthetic, a fuse, like the Currys. So much fuse and synthetic suede and nubucks and stuff like that, when they could have just, it's just a small thing. Like the Curry 6, for example, the whole shoe was knit, fuse with some plastic or rubbery pieces on it, right? But then on the tongue, they had this little tiny patch.
Oh yeah.
This little tiny patch, and it was real leather. And even though it was this big, I was like, ooh, leather. And that was enough to make me kind of happy. These shoes are expensive. This is 130 bucks. I want it to feel like 130 bucks. At the minimum. That's my only problem. So I like when we see this kind of stuff, especially on this shoe and the hardwoods. That's 120 bucks. This is 130 bucks. And again, this is genuine material. So we can get this at least on half the shoe and keep it within that under 150 price. There is no excuse not to do this. There is zero excuse. I think that this is just the sexiest Jordan ever. I don't know why. These in ones, man, they look so good. They're like a time capsule of their era while also looking so good that they still look good today. And they looked good in 1999. They look good in 1994. You know what I'm saying? Like they look good all the time. And it's such a weird thing, you know? Like look at the back wall. Look at the back wall. Those and1s, that's a product of their time.
Yeah.
They don't look right now.
Oh, I know.
The Kobe Protros, they kind of do look all right. They look all right. The KDs, the Dames, the, what's those shoes called? The issue ones, the Why Nots. All of these shoes right here, they're all products of their time. You know what I mean? So like when you wear them, you kind of like feel like you throw back a little bit. You know what I mean? But these, like a Converse, like a Chuck Taylor. Like a Chuck Taylor, man. Something about them, you know? You wear Chucks. Are you wearing some today?
No, not today.
Oh, you were yesterday, though.
Yeah.
And when she was wearing her Chucks, I was sitting there thinking, like, that's a good-looking shoe, you know? That's from, like, the 70s or some shit, right? Let me look real quick. Fact check. Oh, my God. 1917.
Yeah, not the 70s. That was the original basketball shoe.
Yeah, no, the 70s was the Dr. J joints, the pro leathers and all that stuff.
Ew, is that why that's an option?
Yeah, because that's a first shoe. They were produced in natural browns with black trim.
We have a fun video coming up next month probably where we got to customize some Converse, and that was one of the options, and I was like, who wants brown rubber?
It's because it was an original feature. 1917. Can you just think about that for just a second? A shoe that released in 1917 is still being worn in what's going to be 2020.
Over 100 years.
Say that about what from 1917 is still around today, product-wise, that you like wear and use. I'm not talking about milk. You know what I mean? Like clearly milk is still around, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like what exactly, just like the way that it used to be.
Denim.
You think denim was back then? Weren't they wearing like lots of cotton?
When was denim invented?
And wool? This is like a history lesson. Oh my God. I'm not good at this. When did denim become popular? 1960.
But it was around.
So yeah, so it's just super weird. So yeah, you were right.
So do you think the Jordan 4 will live 100 years?
Over 100 years? I don't know. That's a good question. Will the Jordan 4 and the Jordan 1?
I can see the Jordan 1. Easy. But I don't know about these. Sorry.
Are you just looking at this colorway, or are you talking about the model? No, I'm talking about the model. That's actually a really good question.
But the ones, yeah, like everybody wears ones, even if you're not into sneakers like that.
Yeah, you know, I really want to say yes, but I kind of will lean towards your thought, which is no. The Jordan 1 for sure, though.
Yeah.